If you've ever found yourself in a situation where you have lots of songs to learn and you're stressed at the idea of constantly rewinding, counting bars, scribbling things down and having them hard to read, then I have a solution for you. This is a feature I built into PolyNome to make it easy for me when I had a whole bunch of songs to learn and it was stressing me out. I didn't want to have anything other than my iPhone to do this. So here's an example of a song that I've mapped out, and you can see we've got the intro is 2 bars here, intro 2 is 6 bars, the verse is down here. I can jump to any section in this song. So if I'm in a rehearsal, somebody says what happens at the end of verse 4, I can tap on the sections down here and say jump to. I can go right to verse 4 and we can listen to verse 4. I can even solo a bar. So let's say we want to know what happens in bar 8. I can zoom into this bar and just loop this bar by itself. And I can slow this down to half speed or quarter speed. So this is great for working out fills and working out what happens in different places. So we have the entire structure there, which is great in rehearsals, great for when you're figuring out the details, but also you can add text notes to things. So right at the top here, you'll see I've got intro and then intro again, and it says drums in right here. And then further down, I added a text note to one of the bars. So I'll typically put things in like where there are stops or where there are fills. So I've got in the solo big fills in this section. Middle 8, I've put stop on 3. So I'll just put in the information that I'm going to need in order to play this song through. Now, if you tap on the ellipsis button here, you can see there's a view lead sheet option, and that will give you the information that you need. So it gives you the section title, how many bars in that section, and any notes that you've put. So I put drums in, intro 2. You can see down here I have the big fills note that I entered, and in the middle 8, I know that on bar 8, I have to stop on 3. If I'd put a text note for bar 2, that would also show up in this list. So you're just seeing the information that you need. And then you can annotate this. So I can attach this to the preset, which creates a PDF, which I could print out, and I can view this file, and I can tap on the pencil at the top. This allows me to draw in any notation. Now, typically I would do this on an iPad, but you can do it on an iPhone if you want. So you could, write in your little drum things. It's messy with my fingers, but with a pencil, you can be pretty neat with this. And you can save all of this and print it out and create set lists and all that kind of thing. So let me just give you a really quick demo of how you enter the bars and sections. It's really easy. I designed this whole thing to basically be stress-free. So first of all, you go to add preset and you choose track markup and create a track markup. And then you can choose Apple Music if you have an Apple Music subscription, YouTube, which has got basically every song on it, right? Files if it's your own original band and you have that, or your video library, or you can even shoot a video. So let's choose YouTube. So I'll search for the song I was just using in the demo there. So you just tap on it and it loads up this page and you have this big plus button. So we're going to tap that every time a new bar starts. And over here, there's a section button and we'll tap that every time a new section starts. So I just tapped it. You see we've got section 1, bar 1. I'm now going to play and hit plus every time I hear a new bar. 2. New section there. 2. 3. 4. Okay, so we're going to go through the entire song like this. Okay, that was a section, and you can convert a section after the fact. So I hit the bar mark to add a bar, realized it was a section. This button down here toggles the current bar between just a bar and a section. So you can see if I make it into a section, section 3 bar 1, if I tap it again, it turns it into bar 7 of the previous section. So you don't even need to know where sections start. If you hear that something just started a new section, you just tap that button and it toggles it. So in one pass, you can go through the entire song, have all the bars and sections marked out, and then you jump into the sections. So we can tap on this first one. I know that was the intro, so it brings up all your labels and you can have custom ones in here. So I'll choose intro, hit done, and then we'll jump to the next section. This was also an intro where the drums came in. So I'll put in section details, drums in, hit done. It's really fast to go through this. I've designed this to be as streamlined as possible because I use it. So if I'm doing something and I think it would be quicker if it did this, I'll just basically add that functionality. So that's essentially how it works. Let me jump back to the one that I'd done before. and show you one last thing, which is once you've got all of these sections in here, you can actually create a cue track with voice clicks. So tap on the ellipsis, choose create cue track, and this will create a click track and it will announce the sections. So I'll hit play.
Intro, ready, and.
Okay, so we've got 6 bars in this intro, and then it's going to cue me into the verse.
Verse, ready, and.
So this is going to cue you through the entire song. And if you have this on an iPad, you can view the lead sheet at the side while you're hearing this click. So PolyNome is about $10 in the App Store for the basic version. And this feature is part of Premium, which is something like $35 a year. But it's going to save you hours and hours of time, so much stress. You can create set lists in here, you can print them out, you can do a whole bunch of other stuff. But also, when you buy the basic version, you get an entire month of Premium for free. So if you've got songs to learn, you can install the basic version, map them all out, do everything you need to do, print out your lead sheets, cancel if you're not into subscriptions. I totally understand that. But hopefully you'll find a lot of value in this app. And I'm constantly updating it, adding new features that are great for drummers, but also any musicians. So if you've watched this far in the video, thank you very much. If you have an iPhone or an iPad or a Mac, click the button below to go to the App Store and check out the rest of the app and hopefully install it. If you're on Android, I'm sorry, it's Apple only, but I appreciate you watching this far in the video. If I ever create an Android app, I'll be letting the world know, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. So anyway, thanks again for watching this, and I hope that you find this as useful as I do.